This trailer was full of fabric for automotive, and the mice got to it, so most of it's no good, because some of the rolls were loosely rolled to where the mice could get in there. Some of it's tightly rolled, but the ends of them for a ways, are stained. And look at all this edge trim. I don't know what they call it, but for the edge of seats and stuff. Rolls of it. I think if he throws that out, I'm going to ask if I can have it. He's going to try to sell these two rolls here. This is like what you'd see on speaker boxes. And I think that's probably all right. These rolls have been standing up. So the outer layer is probably bad, but peel one layer away, cut it, and sell the rest. They already filled up a dumpster full of just fabric, and I think part of a different one. But it makes you sick that it was in there so long. Some of this stuff that's tightly wrapped would probably be fine, but like I say, the mice got into a lot of it, and it's just trashed. But I found a couple rolls of orange up there that I want to take home, and I don't know if some of these bright colors, that's kind of a small roll. Okay, back from Illinois. It's the next day. We didn't break down. Thank the Lord for that. And it's not one of the better hauls, but still a good one. So I'll turn the camera around and we'll see what we got. 4 brand new roof jacks, and I'm not a roofer, but my brother said this is a newer style he's never used before. Brand new set of cast iron skillets. Empty sawzall case. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Nothing. Give it to Goodwill maybe. Then over here we got this cool thing. Had no idea if it worked. Give 40 bucks for it. And I guess that's to charge it. We don't have anything for that. Takes a key. We don't have that. So I took the battery out of that lawnmower and bear with me here. There's the lever. And we're mobile. Yes, sir. It's got a little foot brake right there. Battery's weak, but $40 no holla. I'm not selling that. Huh? I will not sell that. All I had to do was hook up the battery. Didn't have to do anything else to it. We're going to have to wash it. Yep. So we got that. Alright, so these great big beam holder honors, those things, when he first told me about them, I said, just throw them in the garbage. My goodness. He said, look and see how much they are. They're new, but they've never been used. They've just been sitting around. I looked them up and I couldn't believe how much those things cost. So I'll take them to the auction, see if they sell. They're pretty big. Longer than my shoe. Shooby-doo. That chainsaw down there, I believe he found that at the scrapyard. I don't really care for Pooland to work on those. I can't sell them for much. I certainly won't put any money in it outside of new fuel lines and filter, you know. That's cheap enough. And then this other Pooland right here, that one was his, and I can't remember if I worked on it before. I started it up, but it just needs a carburetor clean or something. The Remington, I think he found at the scrapyard. There's a bucket of Craftsman over there, and that's about all that is. This Steel 023 is fairly new. In other words, it doesn't have many hours on it, and it was his father-in-law's. He bought it from him. These rolls of vinyl. So last year when I videoed quite a bit, like the semi-trailers that had stuff in it, there was one semi-trailer that we couldn't find a key for, so we didn't get to go inside. In fact, Daniel, son of the man that passed away, he'd never been in it. So he said, well, I'm to understand that there should be a bunch of fabric around. His dad was an upholsterer, and Daniel himself is an upholsterer. So they finally found the key to that thing, which I don't know why they didn't just cut the lock off. Maybe they did to get in, because they've got 30,000 locks around there with keys. And it was full, chocked full of fabric. I mean, that trailer was full, but it sat there for who knows how many decades. And so they just started throwing it in a dumpster. I said, it just makes me sick to see all that stuff go to waste. I saw these rolls of vinyl. I couldn't resist grabbing some. This one has texture to it, but these other orange ones are just like this one. And I'll probably hang on to them for a little while to see if I come up with any use for it. If not, then I'll take them out to the auction. In this box are 3 brand new mobility chair wheels, and they've got other ones there. It's brand new wheels that go to those types of things. In these totes, just all kinds of tools and odds and ends that my brother picked up along the way. Bucket of tools, all these straps, little ones and big ones. I'm going to go through them and see if there's anything worth keeping. Sometimes I sell stuff on Craigslist. The person comes along, they don't have anything tied down with, so then I can just give them a strap or two. Brand new bucket of Farmall Red. This little guy works. Chuck full of tools. There's a jack that I'm going to put on this trailer because it's broke. We've been propping up stuff underneath it and have to jack it up with a floor jack. This old aluminum toolbox was my dad's, and Brian didn't know what to do with it, and I thought, well, you could just scrap it out for the aluminum. It's heavy. It's empty, but it's heavy. Then there's this one. And this one. I forgot what he said about that one, if it works. This one, the tank is bad, but the motor and the pump is good. And that's the Sears. Let's look at it here. I can't see far down there. without getting down real close. But let's walk over here. Beautiful day out, by the way. Okay, so there's this one. It's smaller, so I don't know if it's going to work, but my dad bought this brand new when I was a boy. And that thing hammered away. It sounded like you were going to throw a rod. And it did that, I think he said, from being new, or at least shortly after he got it. But it did that all these years. And it finally gave up the ghost. So, you know, he probably got it in the mid-70s. And it just now gave it up. And it's been a good little air compressor. So then there's this. He paid somebody he knows some money for it, and the deck is on a trailer, but it runs. I need to put new spindles on the deck, and then what I went over there for is this trailer. That was a freebie that my brother picked up. So these two dry rotted tires on here is what was on it. I grabbed my two new ones plus the spare from this one, put them on here, and this is where they'll live. It's the same width trailer as the other one, 5 feet, but it's 13 feet long, and it's so much easier to back around, I can tell you that much. I've got another jack that I bought brand new that I'll be putting there. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, he found these at the scrapyard, and these are going to go to that trailer back there. I can't wait to get them latched on there. I've never had a car on that trailer, and I'm anxious to give it a shot. So we'll put these on there, hook it up to the van, get that brush taken off there, and then drive the Blazer up on it and see how it is. And then I guess this one will go back to my dad's. We own it together. I built it for him. He paid for stuff, but then I bought the axle and put that on there, all the hardware, and so we got about the same amount of money into it. And I don't need to store 3 trailers here. Alright, that was our trip. We stayed at a Holiday Inn. Man, that was nice. We're used to staying at the El Cheapos, but they're getting so bad. Matter of fact, I told her this time, I said, we're not staying at a cockroach motel. I want a nice place. It's hard to find a place that will allow 5 people in one room. Alright, well, enough yapping. And we'll just have to catch you on the next video. I will probably make another video of all the junk in the buckets because there was some good stuff there. I guess there is one more thing I'll show right now. I got this. Well, not that. This stuff. Yep, 2 more pipe wrenches. And the only reason why I got these ones, and they had a bunch more, I was not interested. I'm so sick and tired of seeing pipe wrenches. But, you know, these tiny little ones, I'll be able to use this one, and this one, and this one if it's, yep, that's a rigid. And then this one, and maybe this one as a set. And then we'll see what we can't get for that. Now, I've been putting these in the auction for at least a month now, and they started selling really good. But it's kind of tapering down, so I think people are getting tired of seeing them in there. I'm going to hold off for a while. But all these hole saws with the, can't remember what these things are called. Help me out. And these are some, I mean, they're used, but I went through and made sure that the teeth were still really good. Stilly really. And I got me another vice grip alligator style vice grip. It's now got 3. There's a brand new in the box one. Brand new in the box. Got me some solder, some zip ties. I've got long ones and I got other ones. I need some this size, and there they are. Some more hole saws. And then this cheap. It's a magnet, and you can put like a, well, I wouldn't put a dial indicator on this cheap thing. It doesn't hold really good on the, but it's just a El Cheapo one like that. And I'm going to use it for other things that I would use it for. Yep, I do need a sip. Right, Louis? It's good. And then I got this here set. Oh, I guess they're like a Forstner style drill bit. Skill brand. I've never used any of these before, and I've always wanted some. Maybe we'll throw one up there on the drill press and just gnaw through a block of wood. But there's a person on eBay selling the same exact set. They're asking about $50. Whether or not they'll get that, who knows. So, worst case scenario, and I wanted to sell it, I could put it on there for $30 and probably get it gone real quick. We really like Daniel and Sharon. They're probably in their mid-60s, I'd say. But they're just a pleasure to work with, and my wife and the kids just sat with Sharon and talked with her. She has scoliosis really bad, so she has to use a cane to walk, and she did all the cooking, and she lives down in Texas. Daniel lives in Colorado, and they drive, in the nice months, they drive every month and stay for a week, and then they drive back home, and this is their 4th summer doing this. Can you imagine that? I'm in my mid-50s, and I don't like driving down to the corner to go to get gas from the gas station. I can't imagine once a month for 6 months driving up to Illinois from either Texas or Colorado. But that's what they're doing. At the end of the summer, whatever don't sell, Brian gets it. And you know what that means? I get it too. And if there's stuff worth bringing home, you better believe I'm renting a U-Mahal and it coming here. I walked into my shed over there. Didn't I say that I was ending this video like 3 years ago? You know how I am. I got an 18 by 20 steel building over there, and both gable ends he built a wall on there and put the steel siding on it, and then one wall, of course, has a double door, so you can open it up, and you could probably fit a side-by-side in there. I mean, through the doors. So that's going to be a good sized shed, and that's going out here where that other shed is, and then we're going to move that other shed to another spot. Now I'm going to end this video. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see ya.